Are
And
we
we're
good?
up. We're up.
Okay. Um, so after missing last week, um, a quick recap is you guys have decided to make your way towards the Rat's Nest Tavern, in order to help out with some rat problems, where you picked up, uh, we'll call it a mission from one of the notice boards. That sound about right? Anything important or interesting that you guys want to make specific note of?
So let's see. When we left off, we had fought the wraith and the will wisps.
Yep.
Do we think it's worthwhile to take that guy's robe?
We can sell it.
I did
I
kind of
mean,
mention that, like, if we ever wanted to, like, fake that we're part of that group, could be useful.
Yeah, sure. We'll say it fits one of you, no problem. Except maybe Iron Bull. He's kind of large. But any of the others,
Might not be casters, but we can pretend to be one.
On
um,
Iron Bull, it'd be more of like like a mini skirt length dress.
and the ability to long rest while in the ruins like this is not you can't. However, do you guys want to take a short rest before delving into the? We'll say that your trip from where that happened to the Rat's Nest Inn or Rat's Nest Tavern could count as a short rest if you want.
Or could we rest in the mill? We were near there.
If you wanted to go back, you certainly could.
Okay.
Uh,
I wasn't
but
sure how far we were from that. Like
uh,
we just left it.
it it so you can only long rest once per 24 hours. Um, it's a couple miles, a mile or two maybe to the Eckerman Mill, where you could go back and rest and do a full long rest. Um, but you wouldn't be able to make your way back to the Rat's Nest Tavern until much later in the evening or the next day. Um, as well as on your way back in, you might have another encounter that you have to deal with.
I'm only down one hit dice, so short rest doesn't get me anything. Um,
I'm not injured and have not used any resources. I'm totally fine. So up to y'all.
Also, remember that if all you're missing are hit points, you did find 3 healing potions. And uh, when using a healing potion out of combat, you will get the of max amount of healing available.
We do that with spells too. If we do spells for healing out of combat.
No, spells are still magic. In my mind, a potion would affects how is effective by how much you drink. So out of combat, you can make sure to drink every last drop, um, and get the full effect. If you take it as an action during combat, you get most of it, and you'll roll a potion like normal. However, if you use a potion as a bonus action, uh, you don't you're doing it quickly and you spill some and you do not get as much healing.
uh, did Hudson use any spells?
Hudson did.
No.
Yeah, during that encounter, you cast Guiding Bolt at least once. And I think you also used Healing Word once.
He did. He used 2 first level spells.
It's up to you to it's up to you to
I
decide.
mean,
You have a feature that lets you turn your channel divinity into a first level spell, and you get channel divinity back on a short rest, so you could use that to get a spell back.
Gotcha. So use that, get the spell back, and then short rest, get channel divinity back. Gotcha, I see what you're throwing down. We'll just click on weird spots.
I'm trying to figure out why why I have max HP.
Did we level up last time? Like,
We did level up, but that shouldn't affect your HP.
I probably wasn't paying attention. It probably did. I only had like tiny amount. I know that.
Um, how about we say put you at half health? That seems fair because I don't remember what it was at all.
That's fine by me. That's probably more than what I had.
Yeah, that's fine. But yeah, we'll say you're at half health. And like I said, you can choose to take a short rest or use potions as we continue towards the Rat's Nest Tavern.
Well, I say we go ahead and take a short rest so I can get a spell slot back. So I'll use the first levels. Head and regain some of his hit points.
Yeah.
And everyone else can, I don't know.
Okay. Yeah, not
Do
everybody
what
has
they
to
do.
use it as a short rest opportunity.
I just noticed I got one shotted, so
Don't get one-shotted.
So were we doing the short rest on the way, or were we stopping?
You can do it on the way
Okay.
if that's what you want to do.
yeah, that's fine.
Then I will just sort of keep an eye out.
Then, are you going to roll hit die or use potions or anything?
Well, I'm trying to hit the short rest button, but it's not doing anything unless I'm just spamming it in the chat
Oh, on the
on
I
roll
think
20.
I don't think it heal a short rest button doesn't heal you. It just gives you back any of the abilities that you would come back on a short
Ah,
rest.
yeah.
So you would have to click the hit die button to actually roll those.
I think what I can roll half hit dice per short rest.
You
So
can roll as many as you want, I think, but they only have to come back on a long rest.
that's what it is. I will take it.
Not going to roll another.
I'm debating it, but why not? I like to gamble. 7 again, double sevens.
That gets you almost to full. So that's pretty good.
Yeah, I'll be happy with that. All right.
Okay. Um, so as you make your way through the winding roads, the mists, obscuring things a little bit, but it's not. The mists aren't too heavy out here, but noticeable. You finally make your way to where Nock remembers the Rat's Nest Tavern being. It lies on the mud-slick and rubble-strewn Scrag Lane of near Shepherd's Way. nestled between ramshackle tenements and crumbling flats. The original tavern had been almost entirely obliterated, and the neighboring buildings are heavily damaged. What remains are stone foundations piled with debris. The first floor walls stand about chest high. A few supporting timbers splayed outwards like a burst rib cage. The rooftop and upper levels have entirely collapsed into the mist-covered crater filled with rubble. The original tavern sign juts out obliquely from a building on the opposite side of the street. It's engraved with a smiling, obese rat laying on a plate of food. So, with that, as you come up to it, um, you guys notice a little bit of movement on the ground near them, near the entrance of the tavern. You're still a bit of a distance away, so you can't, and mists hang in the air still, so you can't quite make it out yet. What do you do?
Well, Nock is going to do his usual thing of trying to step back a shade and move stealthily. Although, do we have a map?
No.
Okay. Yeah, trying to sort of stealthily see what's up.
So he moves back. What's anyone else do?
Well, we might as well just keep going along.
All right.
Stealthily, though?
Is that a question or a statement?
Also,
mean,
should I roll
he's-
for the
A
stealthiness?
suggestion?
Gonna roll for the stealthily.
I mean, do we have any torches lit, or are we like
Are you kidding?
Not
already
that
in the
I'm
middle of the road?
Are you kidding?
not that I'm aware of. It is about I would say getting close to noon. If you guys set out in the morning, it would be getting close to noon about this time. However, like I said, there are mists hanging about, and it's almost always raining in Drakkenheim. And while not a downpour today, it is a decent little drizzle. So I don't. Would you guys like to take out torches? Would you like to approach stealthily?
Did we
Yeah, it's
decide
it's
that
up to you.
doesn't only one person lack dark vision?
I was gonna say I have dark
Well,
vision, so yeah, I don't.
even
I lack it.
just as a reminder, with dark vision, you can see in the dark, but perception checks will come with disadvantage because everything you see is in grayscale. So if you want to roll perception checks flat, you will need to have some sort of light source.
Well, say we start to approach kind of
But
stealthy style.
but as of right now, you are not in darkness. It's just you can still see fine. You're outside at noon, even though it's raining. There's still enough light that you can theoretically see, even if the mists are obscuring it a bit.
My question, guys, is if we're gonna approach stealthily, are we approaching stealthily like in a giant open field, or like is there like kind of the terrain to hide behind?
You're in this like city streets, and there's rubble and stuff everywhere from destroyed buildings. So conceivably, there are some things like you could dart between one and another, but you're not going to be able to get up close while being hidden the entire time. Does that make sense? Like you can go from one pile of rubble to another, but going between the two, you would potentially expose yourself depending on stealth rolls or whatever.
Gotcha.
It's not just one huge wall that you can walk all the way up behind.
I got a 14.
So that is what you guys are trying to do, though, is stealth up.
I was trying, but I'm all I got is
Sounds
10.
good.
Okay. So Knock is hiding with a 7, a 14, and a 10, and
With a
Amnar got a
9.
10.
With a
Nine.
9.
What?
Say it was a
Knock on
9, not a 7.
I like how our
Oh,
barbarian is our
I saw stealth
stealthiest person.
7. My bad. It was 2 plus 7. Gotcha.
Yeah, yeah. For some reason, the Iron Bull is more stealthy than the rest of us.
So, okay, yeah. As you approach, um, not quite as stealthily as you would like, but not making a huge ruckus either. Um,
I'm actually moving very stealthily, but I'm like humming a theme song. Do 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 do.
5 friends venturing through the city. um, yeah. So as you approach, uh, you are able to determine that uh, if you were expecting trouble, this is not it. Not the kind of trouble you were probably expecting at any rate. Um, the movement you see on the ground is that of very injured humans. Um, you notice the green cloaks marking them as members of the Hooded Lanterns.
Clergy.
Um, what?
Members of the clergy.
No, the
That's
Hooded
what.
Lanterns, not the clergy, unfortunately. Um, a lot of there's 4 or 5 of them there, and most of them seem to be passed out. Uh, they're not dead. That you can tell that they're breathing, but they look very injured. One of them is still moving a little bit, almost trying to crawl back towards the tavern. Um, yeah,
Trying to move back towards the tavern.
yes, like he's trying to go back.
You know what? I'll help him back to the tavern. Then I'm gonna walk up. Like, oh man, you seem to be having a rough time. So I'll
He
just I'll pick him up like a child.
he
Just kind of
certainly
carry him.
seems delirious. If if you're actually trying to speak to him, it's not really registering right now.
That's a good thing. I don't really want to talk to him either.
What kind of injuries do they have? Like, is that something I can investigate or?
Sure. Roll a medicine check or survival. Probably either would be good.
They probably all have corruption, and I'm probably just corrupting myself by picking him up.
No. With a 14 is good. You definitely make out that all these guys have bite and claw marks on them.
Do they have any of those other signs that we were seeing in like the one dude we met in the woods on the way here, where he had like tentacle fingers starting
No.
out already?
You don't see any overt signs of contamination. Some of their wounds do look like they could be the start of something down the road if they don't get treated soon. But nothing that looks like they're about to turn into a monster or anything.
All right. Is there any like
Do you
medical
try
stuff
to
I could?
go on?
Is there any like stuff I could do to like help ease them without
You-
casting a spell slot?
uh,
You could kill him.
yeah, I
I
guess you could kill them. I guess. Um, but
Hudson,
without,
flip off
do you have
ball.
a healer's kit?
I don't remember. I don't.
Um, if you're trying to do something without using a spell slot, a healer's kit or a potion might do well. For the guy who's still alive, you could maybe try off, doing food or water or a medicine check to try to stabilize him. Handful of different things you could try to do for the guy that's still conscious.
if they're
But
needing to be like stabilized or something, could I do lay on hands and basically give a hit point to each of them?
yeah, like I said, they don't need to be stabilized necessarily. They are all still alive technically. They're just unconscious. Um, but yeah, if you wanted to give each of them a single hit point, uh, they would. We'll say they'll come conscious again, but they're not gonna be in any shape to help you out necessarily.
Well, before we, wake them up, guys. See, still have debts. An unconscious man does not remember who robbed him.
Maybe saving their life though would help ease your debt.
Things like this, it's like an investment for the future.
But think about, all right,
So,
hear me out. All right, you're not understanding. Who says we're going to leave him for dead? What if we rob him now, hide their shit, and just give them all 1 HP and wake them up? They'll have no idea it was us. They'll suspect us, probably, but they won't know it was us.
but like, I mean, we'll
Um,
work on
real,
getting
real
your
quick,
axe back.
real quick, uh, while you're inspecting them for injuries and stuff, uh, Finch, you can roll a perception or no, we'll say investigation check as well, since you were investigating them for signs of injury. Okay. You notice that while you're moving, their clothing and stuff around to investigate their bodies for injuries, that they have weapons and armor, but it doesn't seem like they have any coin pouches or anything. A few of them have what you can assume to be personal artifacts, um, like maybe good luck charms or a talisman or religious symbol of some sort. Uh, but you can gather that these people weren't just coming through here on their own. As members of the Hooded Lanterns, they were probably sent here on a mission, and there's not exactly a lot to buy in the city of Drakkenheim. So they didn't like have coin purses or anything on them. So you can
Okay.
rob them of their stuff, but there's not going to be a lot of gold to be
Well, they
had
don't
on
have any
them right now.
small. Well, now I'm disappointed they don't have any small things to steal. Let's just wake them up.
Sorry, I just wanted to head off that line of thinking, which would totally be fine if they had things, but these these specific people don't.
They're lucky.
Yeah, I'll give 1 HP to each of them. How many of them are there?
Uh, we'll say four, three of them totally unconscious, and one of them that was still conscious but out of it. And since the one is still conscious, I guess you don't have to do anything to him, but you need to, if you want, there are other things you can do to try and make him focus on you, I guess, if you want to talk to him.
Can I slap him and shake him and say snap out of it?
Sure. Make a
Unarmed strike?
intimidation check, I guess. Is it? Are you trying to intimidate him?
Strength
to
medicine.
Look at you?
No, I'm just trying to, wake him, get him out of his shock and get him to
Yeah,
focus.
just give him light little taps to the face and tell him his car's extended warranty has expired.
We've been trying to reach you about your car's extended warranty.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Do. What does medicine normally add? Intelligence?
Wisdom.
Wisdom.
Wisdom? Okay. So roll a a d20 and then add your strength to it, I guess, instead of your wisdom, since
E20 plus 2 would be 19.
so 19. Yeah. He gets his attention. He's still, you can see in his eyes he's still a little dazed and not totally completely in his right mind, but he's semi-focused on you, and what? No, what? Yes, what? You gotta help me. You got, and he's breathing very hard, and you can tell that it hurts for him to move, um, even a little bit, but even still, he's trying to make his way back to the tavern.
I introduced myself. I'm Jacopo Finch, and these are my colleagues, the Finches, and we're here to rescue you. What happened here?
Rescue? Yes. Uh, my sister, the rats, they've got her. You've got to help us. We've got to save her before they eat her.
Question number 1, is she cute?
He he stares at you like, what in the world are you talking about?
We're here to rescue you. As Iron Bull walks up, he asked a question. Is your sister hot? Like on a scale of like 1 to 10, like how willingly would you like be
Maybe
like,
on a
man, my
scale of
sister
1 to 20.
Well,
Focus, guys.
all right.
I have focused, just not the right things apparently.
This is what I'll do. Since you can see this guy, and theoretically will eventually be meeting his sister, assuming you do it in a timely manner and she doesn't get eaten. Um,
Hi.
Going to Plow Town. Rats.
Here they are.
You just guess what the girl would look like based on what the guy looks like.
Your food's in the microwave.
Your sister's definitely gonna get saved now. We're on our way. We gotta go, guys.
Have you guys had the rabies vaccine yet?
That would be a no for them.
Iron Bull decides to chime in. Are you aware what rabies does to a man?
One's in the fridge.
You see, it's a little virus. As Iron Bull's sitting down, it'll slowly affect your brain.
Tick tock, gentlemen.
We gotta go. We got a hot sister to go save.
Okay, and with that, are you just dropping him on the ground again, or what are you doing?
And can we
Oh,
put him in
this-
the inn and kind of shut it up?
You can certainly put them in the inn, sort of out of sight, but there's not a shutting up really. Like the inn has kind of been destroyed. There are like walls that are chest high, and there's no roof. The door is sort of not there, so you could sort of hide them inside, so that people walking by won't immediately see them. But if someone decides to walk into the inn, they'll see them unless you want to like cover them in rubble or something else that you find.
Too much work. Let's just send them in the inn and go about our business. They'll be fine. We don't got time to bury these guys or to hide them. We gotta go save his hot sister. So that Finch can talk to her.
All right. Um, so are you just hiding the one or all of them?
All of them. Just gonna get put in there.
Okay. And did you and Finch did give each of them an HP?
Yes.
Okay.
So
We'll say they're conscious enough to be, well, you could have moved them anyway, but they're conscious enough to be on their guard and to know when to be quiet if someone were to pass by, even if they couldn't necessarily fight back. Seem good?
works
All
for
right.
me.
So inside of the tavern, what remains of the tavern walls and wooden floorboards of the ground level have almost entirely collapsed into a large gaping hole. Tumbled bricks, ashen cinders, burned shingles, splintered wooden planks, support beams, fractured furniture and mugs and glass, and random bits of bone and cutlery are scattered everywhere. The stone walls of the basement that you can see from the top are scorched and blackened. Rubble and debris surrounded by a muddy crater 15 feet wide and 5 feet deep, and a faint glimmer of octarine light twinkles from within. So you guys need to figure out a way to get down 15 feet, give or take, into a muddy pit.
I assume then
All right.
the challenge is more going to be getting out of the pit once we're down in it.
What's that?
I assume that the bigger challenge is getting back out of the pit once we're down in it.
Maybe. Or there
It-
might be other exits. Who knows?
Can we tie off a rope or something? And I feel like I have a rope. Yeah, I've got some rope.
Yeah, I got some rope as well.
Sweet.
Yeah. Yeah, you can definitely find some, like you said, there's not a lot of columns or anything, but there's enough rubble, some large boulders and stuff that you could tie a rope around. Um, give somebody, whoever wants to tie the rope off, give a survival check to see how good you are at how good of a knot you make. And is that the method you think you want to go with for climbing back out? Is just a rope, or do you want to
Yeah.
have two? Or okay,
But I mean, what we could do is you just have two ropes and then tie them together. If they're not, it's one rope probably is long enough. All you do is you just loop it around some hard object so that both ends go down, and then all it takes is like one guy grabs onto one end, and then everyone pulls him up, and then they repeat that. And then when you get to the top, and it's the last guy, everyone just pull him up.
okay, yeah. Make a survival check then, with advantage because you're sort of doing like a little pulley system or whatever.
Oh, I got this, guys.
Doesn't someone
Oh,
also
and how
have
bless
guidance?
you.
Yeah.
Look
Yeah, I
at
was going to
bless you.
suggest somebody else do that too because my survival is actually negative.
Mine's +3. Noble confidence is a D4. I just click that or bless.
It's guidance, not bless. But yeah, it's a D4.
Do you have guidance at this point?
Yeah,
Awesome.
it's guidance. I don't know why I keep calling it bless.
Okay, well,
Close enough.
It's weird because they're both low-level cleric spells that add 1d4 to something.
I got 16.
The one costs a spell slot
Not
and
the
one.
best, apparently.
All right.
Feel
And then
free
the
to roll your
D4.
D4.
I think that is with a D4. Yeah, got +1.
Oh, neat. Did you have the guidance thing check marked?
I just was noble at this point, but let me make a new one.
No, that hasn't added your 1d4 yet. The +1 is your wisdom.
Oh, it has it?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, just roll a D4.
Sweet.
Nice. So
make it
it's
a 20.
Yeah, this is pretty solid. You'll be able to um you find a nice big boulder to loop the rope around, drape both sides over, and whenever you need to get back out, yeah, you can definitely do the one person grabs on and you hoist them up, and it's even gonna work out enough to where they can put their feet on the wall and sort of walk themselves up while they do it. So yeah, you guys all make it into the pit, and now you should be on a new map.
Oh God. I'm gonna jump.
I'm scared.
Everybody on a new map.
Yes, sir.
Oh, yep, there we are.
Okay, and you see, this seems to be where a large chunk of the meteor must have split off when it was falling from the sky and crashed through the Rat's Nest Tavern and landed here. Um, you see a big crater right in the middle, and there are little shards of delirium all throughout this room, giving it this octarine glow. But make one person can make an investigation check with advantage.
Should I do it because I get that extra proficiency bonus?
All yours.
This isn't a search for something. This is investigating where you're not searching for a treasure.
I thought it was just the ruins of Drakkenheim.
Okay, I thought it was when searching for something specific. But sure, yeah, go for it.
All right. And I add an extra +2. Oops, I need to roll twice. You said with an advantage, right? Or am I making that up?
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah, 22.
because I would assume that someone would be helping you, but I don't want necessarily everyone to roll. So 22, you say.
Yep.
So like I would describe before, the roof of the Rat's Nest Tavern is mostly missing, and it's been raining. This area is fairly muddy, and the crater's there, but you notice that something that would make that sized crater, nothing's there. But in the mud, you notice some paw prints and a large track that looks like something's been drug. And it has been drug. Well, why will my thing not work? Oh, because I clicked the wrong. I don't want to open up combat. Yes, clear. Go away.
Are we going to have the war on drugs?
What So yes, it has been drugged from the center of the crater. this way down a path.
Do y'all want me to try and scout ahead a little, or do we just want to sort of take this as a tactical group movement?
I should do tactical as a group because once we enter combat, we're going to be in combat. And I'll be back. I'm going to get dinner.
I should also mention, since you're looking this way, that this does appear to be, while you're in the sort of basement of the tavern now, this looks like it's tunneling down even further.
Shall we stealth our way in there so we can all fail our stealth checks real quick?
Good idea.
And as you leave this room, the octarine glow of the shards scattered about will start to fade, and you will be in darkness. So you will have, like I said, all of you should have dark vision, but any perception checks made will be with disadvantage unless you use a light source.
So it's darkness, not dim light.
Yes, you're going into tunnels, and there is no light source.
Mhm.
Um, so
dark vision.
it will be darkness. Now I'll say you might come across other shards or whatever that might provide glow, but you don't know if that will happen or not. And if it does happen, you don't know how long it might be until it happens. Not saying you have to light a light source, just reminding you that things will be done with disadvantage unless you have one.
So what if we have Iron Bull carry the light source, and then the rest of us can hang back slightly?
Or you think we could be at the edges of the
You mean the shards?
Oh no, I was talking about like we don't want to grab this stuff, right?
No, no, that's why I was
No, I
surprised.
meant like a torch. Although, do we
Ah.
know how to safely handle this stuff?
That's what I was. Yeah, we asked that earlier.
Because this stuff's valuable, right?
Yes, it is valuable. You could basically for little shards like this, you can easily pick them up with gloves. You can probably even handle larger things as long as you have gloves. But the larger it is, the less you want to be around it long term. The shards won't pose any problem for you if you put them in a pouch or whatever. But if you have, say, something watermelon size, you're probably not going to want to be around that long term.
So, can we carefully pack up the shards?
Yeah, sure. If you've got some gloves and a pouch, you can easily pack up. Let me see. I think it said how many were in there.
Or maybe we should worry about that kind of more on the way back, assuming we come back this way, so we can go save Milady.
I mean, how many shards is it? If it's like scoop and go,
Oh yeah.
because I feel like
Yeah,
it's
but-
been implied we might not be leaving this way.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Roll a d6.
Y'all want me to roll it?
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah, there are 3 shards, each worth about 10 gold pieces each, depending on how well you barter, I guess.
All right, tuck those away in a bag.
And that'll take away your light source. So that you guys are in darkness now, hopefully.
I
Well, I guess if you've got dark vision, you can't really tell. But did the purple glow go away?
I am in darkness.
purple glow's still there. I mean,
I still got everything.
I'll say I also have vision. Finch, that might mean your dark vision's not turned on correctly.
No, it should be. Or did I click the wrong guy? I clicked knock. Let me try Finch. How much night vision are you supposed to have?
Good question.
60 feet, probably.
Probably 60 feet. Yep.
How about now?
Yep. That's better.
All right, let me update your character sheet to have this token so that I don't forget later. All right, so theoretically, we should be good. Does anybody else need dark vision who is supposed to have it? All right. Is anyone going to light a torch or do anything to have light?
Yeah. I was muted because I got food. I want to. Iron Bull's gonna light a torch because I can't see and I don't have dark vision.
There you go.
Put it out.
All right, so we want to set up some kind of marching order.
All right. Can you move the torch on your own now?
I can.
Cool. 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 Cool.
Get it back. It's not fair. Who's doing that? Harry.
Me first.
All right. Yeah. So,
run the torch down the hallway.
are you gonna go in any kind of marching order or?
Knock is definitely going to say maybe not the cleric in front.
Yeah. Let's maybe do Finch and Iron Bull more up front.
All right. This passage is relatively narrow. You'll probably have to go one at a time.
Single file. Yeah.
Bull, do you want me or you?
I'll give me a
Pass
sec.
the tor-
I'll just go first.
All right. As you move down, yep, you're making your way, making your way.
Making a way down.
Um, as you are doing this, hold up, go slow.
Nope.
The further you go, the steeper this is getting. And when you get right about there, let's stop right there for a second. It drops off fairly dramatically. And it is very muddy here. Um, so you'll want to be extra careful. So I'm going to need you to roll a uh, dexterity saving throw, we'll say.
Oh.
First from Bull, because he's kind of in the front.
And here I was. Well, now I wish I'd slow down. Apparently.
Yeah,
At
so
once.
so with that, um, you are going to slip and slide down. No one else will need to make this save. Just the person who was in front will. So you're going to slip and slide down, and I'll let you take the torch with you. Just 1 second.
I'm gonna where I stop sliding.
You stop sliding when you reach this hole.
Whammy.
Yeah. Um, the well, yeah. So as you slide down, at first you hear as you're sliding, you start to hear the soft rustling and chittering of rats, and you slide through, and you get a glimpse of a handful of rat-like creatures. But before you can really make anything out, you fall into a pit trap. And I will need you to um, roll 2d4.
Good.
You take 7 damage from falling in the trap. And you can't help but notice that there's a bunch of very hungry looking rats in there with you.
In the pit?
Yes.
Uh-oh.
How you doing, Bull? You all right down there?
You alive?
Yeah, we're gonna have some problems. Big problems.
What? I can't hear you. Catch me. I'm coming down.
You might want to tie a rope off.
Where? Oh, nice.
There you go. That's what's in the pit with him.
They look so friendly and cuddly.
Is that like
They're
just
exotic
one
type
mutated
rat.
rat, or is it like a bunch of different ones?
It's a bunch of different ones.
Yeah,
Gotcha. I didn't know if like their tails were tied together or not.
Yeah, no, it's the monster known as a swarm of rats, which is just basically a bunch of regular sized rats, but a lot of them.
Yeah.
I found this art because I feel like they should be at least a little mutated, though.
Right.
Um,
Is this
so
something where
yeah,
he's set off this trap, or do we each need to try and make this save before we come down?
no, no one else will need to make the save. It was just for whoever was in front.
Who went first and was unaware of the danger.
Catch me, Bull.
Oh, I
Um,
can't get through the.
you can make your way down or slide down. Doesn't matter. But you're able to avoid the pit. And with that, I will need everyone to make initiative. Roll for initiative.
Oops. Hey, CJ. Because the torch was right on me, I wasn't paying attention. I'm actually a torch, so you know.
Torch rolled for initiative.
Um, we will remove the torch.
What? Did the torch have an initiative value?
Apparently.
Well, I clicked on it and then rolled initiative, and so it put instead of Iron Bull, torch.
So it used Iron Bull's initiative, but applied it to the torch.
Correct.
Or did it use the torch's initiative?
No, it's mine. I rolled it. You can see it. I rolled
Oh,
10,
Okay.
and the torch is 10, 12.
just in the turn order, it has the torch icon for some reason. How funny.
Well, the torch comes up, that's my turn.
You said you had 10.12?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And we will say that you will have a surprise round because the people in here, the rats in here, were not expecting you. Well, the ratlings weren't. The swarm of rats will still act this turn, but the ratlings are surprised. So knock, it is your turn.
All right. Do I need to do anything to like? Do I have to roll something if I move?
No, like I said, that check was only for the person who went first.
Oh, that's weird. There we go. So it's 2, 3. I'm gonna run out of space here.
Do a cool like wall ride, like run on the wall around the corner. It'd be super dope.
The problem is I'm gonna end up out in front. Oh well. Wait, so I was I all the way here? No, I was here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ugh. So are the how much space do the rats take up?
They're small creatures, but they still take up a square.
Well, is it a 5 or a 10?
What?
Is it a 5 foot square or a 10 foot radius? Or a 10 foot area?
Do you mean the swarm of rats?
Yes.
It's still a 5 foot square,
Okay,
but
they're
they're
not. Can you center them?
oh,
Oh, 'cause they're like in
I mean
between.
they have the ability to be in the same square as other people. And they're in a pit right now, so you can go. If you go straight, you're going to be in the pit with them. Yeah.
Guys, there's a lot of these things.
Yep.
Well, I'm gonna fire my hand crossbow down into the pit so I can get my sneak attack.
Okay.
This is not inspiring an incredible amount of confidence. All right, 26 to hit.
That'll hit.
And I'll turn on my sneaker attack. 10 points damage.
All right.
And I think that's all I can do other than really hope and pray someone else gets out in front of me.
Finch, it's your turn.
Well then, I will.
Yeah, you can go diagonal left or diagonal down or diagonal up, but straight would put you in the pit. Though you could try to jump over it, I guess. It's about 10 feet, and you probably have a strength score that would allow you to do that.
Well, I feel like I just need to get in front of Knock somehow. So I'll kind of jump over this a ways. And oh shit, there are a lot of them.
Yep.
My God, there's rats everywhere.
You guys know you can look at the turn order, right? And kind of get an idea of that.
Oh, right. This is true. I didn't think to
That
do
feels like cheating.
That's
Right.
That's fair.
smart. I'm gonna abuse that later now that I know it. Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do. I am going to.
Oh, right. You guys can see these things now. So you guys got to remind me to give you these handouts because I took all the time to make them. I want to show them off.
Hand me the rats.
So those are the basic rattlings. But in the glob of these, you also at the top and bottom, you see one of these. So one to the north and one to the south. You can make out one in both directions.
Is it Splinter?
The daddy rat.
We start shoving the crystals in them.
So yeah. Anyway,
All right.
you're there. What do you want to do?
Hmm.
Thinking.
What kind of weapons does it look like they have?
Stabby kind.
I'm trying to open up their character sheets and it's not wanting to cooperate with me. Let me try this then. In the meantime, you can make a perception check. Are they in the light? I can't tell.
Somewhere.
It
Like
looks like
right
13.
on there.
What?
Yeah, it looks like 10, 13, 14, and the swarm of rats are in the light.
Well, if you can see even one of them, that's good. You can make a perception check, regular, no disadvantage.
Yeah, I want to do that and see what kind of weapons these guys have.
All right.
Skill perception.
Despite the picture that I used, um, all you can make out are some very large teeth and claws and some rather rudimentary slings.
Hmm.
All right. Well, if they've got some slings at least, what I'm going to do is I'm going to cast Hex on Ratling 13.
All right.
Um, I don't know why that actually does a thing. I was
Uh,
just hoping that that was marking off my spell set. And then I'm going to just move forward up here to attack it.
all right. How are you attacking it? With your spear?
Yes.
Oh, and one thing I meant to ask last time that I forgot. When you took a level of warlock, did that make your spear magical?
I don't think so.
Okay, that's fine.
I'm not
At
sure. I'd have to.
at a
Actually, it might have.
certain,
It may have with hex blade
that's why I
thingy.
was curious.
What is this hex warrior?
I know it does at some point, but I don't know when.
No, it just makes it so I can attack with my charisma modifier, but it doesn't technically make it magical.
Gotcha. Because if it had been magical, you could have used it against that damage resistant thing. Because magical weapons bypass that. But it's not
Gotcha.
magical, so that is totally fine. These guys do not have that resistance. So yeah, go on and make an attack. An 8. Unfortunately, will not hit.
That is action, bonus action, movement. I'm good.
Okay. That means it is this guy's turn then. All right. So it's going to move up to you, Finch.
Can I attack of opportunity it?
Why did the thing not follow it? Oh, there it goes. Yes, if you can do that with Polearm Master, you absolutely can. 16 will hit, dealing 7 damage, because the 2 is for the hex, right?
No, the 2 is from dueling, so it should be
Oh.
9.
So 9, nice. He doesn't like that. Not very much at all. But now that you have a closer look at him, you can tell that this one does in fact have a sword. The other ratlings don't seem to, but this one does. And he's going to attack you with it, getting an 11 to hit, which I assume will miss.
Oh, I was muted. Yeah, it'll miss.
And then also trying to take a bite out of you, getting a 15 to hit.
Will also miss.
All right. I think that. Oh, it will then use its bonus action to disengage and back away. Actually, we're going to take all of that back. Everything that I just said. And he's also going to get his health back, unfortunately. Well, no, we won't. We'll let this move slide. We'll say he was a little more alert than the others. But I told you guys at the beginning that this would be a surprise round, so they shouldn't be getting actions.
Oh,
Yeah, I was curious about that, but I just didn't want to say anything.
forgot.
I just totally forgot that I said that. So we're gonna skip through all these guys, and it'll be Bull's turn.
Yay.
Yeah, feel free to call
So
me out when I say things and don't follow through.
And then forget.
how deep is this pit?
10 feet. So you, as
Gotcha.
a fairly large person, could probably pull yourself out of it with a little hop.
Yeah, that's I'm gonna try and climb out of the pit.
All right. Make an athletics check.
Ooh, thank goodness. I was
Is
really
that going
happy
to
for that one.
trigger an attack from the swarm?
He will. There will be an opportunity attack when he gets out, but the swarm hasn't had a turn yet to make an attack.
Or get the reaction, really.
Yeah. Um. Well, the swarm wasn't surprised. They were sitting in there, sort of ready.
Oh,
They're used to
they're ready.
they're used in a trap. They're used to things just randomly showing up. But 21 athletics will definitely get you out of that hole.
Yay.
You can climb out whatever side you choose you want to climb out of. But
Wasn't it-
as you do, that swarm will get an opportunity attack. And they are not at half HP yet. So they will get a 19 to hit,
That's gonna hurt.
dealing 8 damage.
All right. Well, at least I'm out of the pit. I wonder if they care who goes into the pit.
Thinking like they would attack other rats.
If I start throwing rats into the pit,
Throw rats at other rats.
Only
we'll
one way
assume
to
climbing
find
out
out.
was action. How much movement would it take to get out of the pit? Yeah, since it's different terrain.
What do you mean? You are out of the pit. What do you mean?
Well, like how much movement did it take from Iron Bull to
Whoa.
climb out?
Um, we'll say it was difficult terrain, so it took 10 feet instead of 5.
Okay. Fifteen, 20, 25. Right? Is that right, or is that one of? Can't tell.
Yep, that is a rattling.
Awesome. This Ratling's probably going into the pit.
Does that help at all?
Yeah,
You see it? Okay.
I see.
So are you trying to grapple it and shove, or
Since I'm I'm a rage, and then since I'm a giant, doesn't that make me bigger? Or
oh yeah, I forgot about that. Let's see what I can
I'm
do. You go into a rage.
rushing through? Oh, never mind.
So yeah, you go into a rage and grow in size. So you're gonna try and
I'm gonna
grapple and
manhandle
shove.
this rat. I'm gonna pick this rat up, and I'm just gonna throw him as hard as I can into the spikes.
Okay. This will require opposed athletics checks, but I'm really not sure why I'm even bothering to do that with this. So he gets a 10 on his athletics.
And because I'm like so much bigger, would I get advantage with the athletics? Because
You
I can manhandle him.
I think you get advantage because you're raging. I think when you're raging you get advantage on athletics.
Awesome. 18.
Yeah, so you toss this guy into the pit. How many what did I make you roll for damage when you were tossed in the pit?
I took 7 damage.
But I had you roll something. Was it 2d4?
I think it was 2d4.
Yeah, it was 2d4.
All right, roll 2d4. We're going to see how much damage this thing takes.
7.
7. So you have no idea if the swarm of rats will eat other ratlings because this thing dies. It was an easy little boy. The fall damage alone was enough to kill it.
Awesome.
Is there anything else you'd like to do?
That'd be action movement bonus to the rage. So that's everything.
All right. It's a swarm of rats' turn, but they are not big enough to climb out of the pit on their own. So Hudson, it is your turn, sir.
Sweet. My turn to go play. Alright, so do what any good little Hudson does, and I make my way on down. We're gonna go around the steaming pit. I was here, so that's fine. And then we're gonna end up right about here. That's about 25 feet of movement.
All right, works for me.
Um, let me think about this real quick. Oh, I got it. All right. I had to think for a second. We're gonna cast Guiding Bolt at level 1.
Sure do. That really sucks because Guiding Bolt's a really good spell, and you've rolled poorly on it twice. Who were you aiming at?
What's this guy? The Ratling. He's right there.
Which one? They're
Give
numbered.
me, give me a sec. 13.
Okay, yeah, 13. A 7 will not hit.
Well then, just gonna sit right here. That'll be my turn.
All right. Surprised, surprise,
Oh, I
surprise.
rolled 7 on my initiative, but I guess it didn't show up.
Yeah, I was gonna say where are you? But let's get you in that thing. All right, Amnar, it is your turn.
Oh, Jeez. Okay. I was gonna cast Hunter's Mark. Wait, no. Okay, not that part. I was gonna cast it. I wasn't. How do you? Okay, there we go.
What are you wanting to know how to do?
Well, I was trying to figure out how to mark it that I had cast Hunter's Mark, but yeah, there's a little dot next to it.
Uh, well, you just have to take a spell slot away. You don't click the
Yeah.
dot. The dot is representative of what you have prepared. So you should have a spells slots and spells known, and just click the slots down one. Um,
Yeah, I figure I was thinking, yeah, that if you clicked it somewhere and it automatically removed it, but yeah, it did.
yeah. And who are you casting it on?
I was going to go after this one. What's that number?
Rattling 9 at the
Yeah,
bottom.
yeah.
He is marked.
And Hunter's Mark is a
It's a bonus action,
it is a bonus.
and you need to concentrate on that. And
Okay.
also, Finch, you need to concentrate on hex as well. So if you guys click your token and then choose the status button that appears, you should be able to then scroll down and choose concentration. Are you finding that, Amnar?
Which one's let's see. Oh, there it is. Yeah, the thought bubble thing. Yeah.
Well, when you click your token, a bunch of things should appear at the top, a bunch of buttons, and there
Okay.
should be something called status. And if you click it, it'll just, you can do it by name.
Okay, so you don't have to look through the little icons and then hover and look for the. Okay,
Yeah, and it'll be the same every time. That way we don't have to try and remember what they were.
that makes sense. Okay, well, cool. That is easier to use. All right. And, move up to and
All right.
legs. Maybe.
20 will hit.
Okay.
And 7 slashing damage. Plus the D6 for Hunter's Mark. It's a D6, right?
Oh, okay. Yeah. So I think it's also somebody had it in my menu thing here. So
Well, that's unfortunate that it's just one, but it
okay.
is fortunate that that's more than enough to kill it.
Oh, okay then. And is Hunter's Mark something I can move? Or is it
Yes.
okay?
Yeah, you can move it to a new target with a bonus action, but it will cost you a bonus action, but it will not cost another spell slot.
Okay. So then I wouldn't have a bonus action on my next turn.
Correct.
Okay.
Now, if the target had stayed alive, um, you would still be able to cast something else.
Right.
Or you could choose not to move it, because you can I think, how long can you concentrate on it? How long does the spell last?
Let's say concentration up to 1 hour.
Yeah, so you don't have to move it your next turn. You can do it. You can move it
Okay. So
up
it's
to
not
an
immediate.
hour away.
Okay.
So yeah. Yeah, you could cast a different bonus action spell next turn, and as long as it doesn't use concentration, you would still be concentrating on Hunter's Mark.
Okay. And Hunter's Mark only benefits me, right? Like it doesn't really help anybody else.
I think that's correct.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right. Well, I'll not move it for now. And just how far did I move? 30. Okay, man, that was my move. All right. I think that's everything.
All right. So
And
if
then
that's everything,
this it.
and then this guy was surprised, and we're back to Nock's turn. Um, Knock, are you there? He messaged me and said he had to step away for a minute.
Knock twice.
We're going to assume that he has continue. He is still not here. So what I will do is I will move him one over. And he has clear line of sight on Rattling 13. So we're going to have him fire his hand crossbow. Getting a 9 to hit, which is not enough to hit. I don't know his character sheet enough to know if he has anything else, so we'll say that's his turn.
Would noble confidence get me high enough?
Uh, Potentially.
All right, I'll do it.
Yeah, you would need to roll. Their AC is 12. You'd need to roll a 3 or a 4, so a 50% chance.
Nice.
That'll hit.
Is that a sneak attack?
It is, but they've got 5 health,
All right.
so it's probably dead.
Yep.
Anything else you want to do?
Have I taken any hits?
Nope.
Um, then yeah, I'm good because I only have the one bonus action.
All right. Finch, it is your turn. And you can move Hex as well if you want. I think yours lasts for up to an hour as well.
Yeah, it's basically the same thing as Hunter's Mark. Trying to decide if it's worth that over butt attack with the polearm.
Well, what you can determine based off of your last attack, where you got the opportunity attack on the gutter snipe, is that the gutter snipes have significantly more health than the regular ratlings. The hex might help on those, whereas the regular ratlings will probably die anyway.
I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna move one up here and attack Rattling 10. So I have not moved the thingy yet.
Moved what thingy?
Hex, haven't moved it.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. Attack him. 21 will hit, and if you roll 5 damage, it dies. It dies.
Now that should let me move one more. And actually, rather than move there, I'll move over to Gutter Snipe Dude. And bonus action attack him.
With your polearm?
Yep.
Cool, cool. An 8 does not hit.
Would Noble Confidence help out with that one?
You would have to roll a 4. So 25% chance.
I'll hold on to it.
All right. Anything else you can do?
No.
All right. It is that thing's turn. And it's going to swipe at you with a short sword, getting a nat 1 to hit. Wah, wah. And then it's going to take a bite at you, getting a 22 to hit.
That one will hit.
Dealing 5 piercing damage. And because it has a rattling next to you as well, it also has sneak attack, which means it deals an extra 10 damage for a total of 15 damage to you. And in addition, you'll need to roll a DC 10 Constitution check to see if you maintain concentration on Hex.
Concentration.
Is it a save or is it just a flat check? Colby, do you know?
It's a Constitution saving throw.
Okay, so yeah, saving throw, Constitution saving throw. Yeah, you maintain concentration, no problem. Then this thing does not like being near you, so it's going to use its bonus action to disengage. All right, and that's its turn. Now this next rattling is going to take a bite at you, getting another 22 to hit.
And I use shield.
Oh yeah. Um, you absolutely can, but if you want, we can go back a turn and let you use it uh, against the gutter snipe, and then you'll miss both attack because shield lasts a full until your next turn.
True.
So for one round, basically your AC would go up.
That'd be awesome.
So yeah, we'll say you use that against the. I won't be so nice in the future, but since this is your first time using the spell, we'll let this slide. We'll say that all the damage the gutter snipe just did to you, the 15, did not happen because you used shield. But in the future, if you forget, not happening again. You get one.
My one freebie.
Yeah.
Everybody gets one.
So 22 doesn't hit because of shield. It does not have any nice bonus actions to get away. This next rat is going to. Oops! What is happening here? That is not what I want to do. Oh, you know what? It's been a round and a half of combat. Um, and this is just me being not a great DM, but as all this fighting is occurring, you do hear chittering and hissing and scratching from these rats, but you also hear that they are speaking to each other in a very rudimentary language. It is common, so you do understand all the things they're saying, like watch out, look over there, no, get him. But it is very broken speech, not necessarily full sentences, and they are repeating things a lot. Like uh, there, yes, right there, yes. Or no, watch out. Just almost like they're very ADHD almost, just needing to say a lot of things very quickly and whatnot. So you do get the sense that these are intelligent creatures. How intelligent? Hard to say, but they're not mindless monsters either. He takes a bite at you and gets a 13 to hit.
That'll miss.
Bull, it is your turn.
Awesome. Uh, well, I'm sad I can't see any other rats with him, so I'm just gonna bring the might of my axe down on him.
Okay. Yeah, you because of your enlarged size, you cannot fit all the way into that tunnel. But yeah, you can definitely swing your axe at him from there.
Yeah,
A 20 will hit.
20. 8.
And you're raging. There should be an extra 2. So yeah, that hits that guy. But this is one of the ones that has significantly more than 5 HP.
Yeah.
Significant being a relative term.
He was lucky. If there was another Ratling, I was gonna grab it and just and use it as a weapon. Just smash the Ratling with a Ratling.
So if there's nothing else you'd like to do, I will need you to move because you can't end your turn over
Oh
top
yeah,
of Andar.
yeah. I'll move back.
All right.
I figured I was small enough I could just like stand underneath him between his legs or something.
Well, do you have any ability that allows you to do that? I know halflings do.
Oh, really? No, I don't think I do.
Okay, yeah, halflings have the ability to end their turn in the same square as creatures larger than them. Uh, or at least certain halflings do. I don't know if it's all of them or what, but yeah, it is a specific ability though. So, but yeah, if that is your turn, that'd be the swarm of rats that can't really do anything because they can't get out of the pit. And Hudson, it is your turn, sir.
Due to my recent success, I'm going to move forward. Just pull this up. Let them know your next move. Or
A 19 will hit,
thank goodness, I could touch them.
and 11 will kill it.
An important update. I don't think Bull and Amnar can share the same space standing, but because of his size, Amnar can ride Bull as a mount.
Yes.
That could always be fun.
That is interesting.
And then I'm gonna move forward.
All right.
And that's where I'll end my
Okay. Amnar, it is your turn, sir.
All right. I think I will
Mount Bull.
I'll move Hunter's Mark onto Gutter Sniper. Yeah.
He is marked.
Okay.
It's not even an action to mount. You just have to spend half of your movement speed.
Okay. All right. Oh, that was the wrong click. Oh, now it's not responding to me. Come on.
A 21 will hit.
Okay, then Hunter's
Ooh, nice. -6. This thing is still up, but it is looking pretty hurt. Actually, pretend I didn't say that. I told you guys you would have to make those assumptions on your own based on the color of their ring.
Oh, right.
His ring's red.
Okay. I'm gonna go to this side of him just to. Yes. Yes. Or maybe can I go down? Can I?
Are you trying to get on the back side of him?
Yeah, that's the.
Yeah, we'll
what's
say you can get there, squeeze around him.
Okay. There, now I'm done.
Did I just move him on? I
Oh,
did.
oops.
Hold on. Sorry, I did not mean to do that.
Oh.
There you go.
Okay. Oh, and then
And will that end your turn?
yeah.
All right. Bring us back to the top of the round and knock. It is your go.
Wait, I think you skipped over the gutter snipe.
So I did. I don't know how that happened, but I did. So it's the one you cut off his path to escape, and he's not a fan of that. He's going to attack you, Amnar. He's going Gosh, I hate this. He's going to attack you with a short sword first, getting a 14 to hit.
Then go ahead. My AC is 14. So yeah.
So that will hit. Dealing 8 piercing damage. And he has sneak attack. So it'll deal an extra 7 damage for a total of 15? Yeah, 15. No, I'm a liar. Why did I say he had sneak attack? He doesn't have sneak attack. There's no one around him. So only 8. He doesn't have advantage, and there's no allies around him, so only 8. But yes, and you will need to make a Constitution saving throw to see if you keep concentration on Hunter's Mark.
Yeah. Institution. Is that right? Yeah.
14 will keep it, and then he's going to bite at you, getting a 20 to hit,
Yep, that'll hit.
dealing another 5 piercing damage. And once again, another concentration check. You fail. You lose concentration on Hunter's Mark. Had to get a 10, unfortunately. So to get rid of that, the easiest way, if you click your token and go to that status queue again,
Oh, to get
the very first thing says clear all, and you can just get rid of it by hitting clear all.
Yep.
Anyway, that is. Oh, it can disengage. It is hurt and doesn't like it, so it's going to run. And you hear it muttering, going, get help, gotta get help. And you can take an attack of opportunity as it. No, you can't because it's disengaging.
Yeah.
All right, so yeah, you hear him muttering, help, get help, get help, gotta get help. And now it is Nox's turn.
Amnar, does it seem like if I was to run down there, I could get a clear shot at that guy?
If you got to like right next to me.
Okay, that's my movement. And the gutter snipes have more health, right?
They did. This one is, well, you can see the ring around it.
Yeah.
He's not great.
But he's orange, not red, so he's probably not like. Probably
Well,
every bit of damage is going to help.
it's percentage based. So if they've got say 10 HP and they're at 4, it's going to be orange. Whereas if they've got 200 HP and they're at 4, it's going to be red.
Oh,
So
what I was going to do wouldn't matter anyway. I'm going to shoot it with the hand crossbow.
okay. Yep, crit.
Oh,
What
jeez.
what a great time to crit.
That's a fun moment.
All right.
Yeah. It had 7 health left, so that kills it.
Nice.
Wasn't there one up top that ran off though too?
It hasn't run off quite yet. It keeps backing away, like disengaging, but it hasn't run for help yet.
It does not know that the southern flank has been demolished.
It does not. It is around a corner and cannot see that.
Well, that was all my movement, so I'm done.
Finch, it is your turn, sir.
Be muted. I'm gonna now hopefully have flanking and attack rattling 12.
You sure
Or
are?
actually, yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
Yep, so you can attack with advantage if you want.
There is get some advantage.
A 12 is its AC, so you do in fact hit. And you kill it.
Then dear, dear. And we're gonna bonus action attack this dude.
All right, go for it.
Oh, that should not be advantage though, so it's just a 7.
Yep, either way, it missed. And also a reminder, your shield has gone away and your AC returns to normal.
Yes.
So now this guy still having no idea that everyone else is dead because it can't see around the corner. Swipe at you with its sword, getting a 16 to hit,
Nope.
and bite at you, getting an 18 to hit.
That's my AC.
All
So that'll
right,
hit.
dealing 5 piercing damage, but no sneak attack because there's no one else near you, and it doesn't have advantage. And make a concentration check. Constitution saving throw, need it to be 10 or higher. Wah wah. You lose concentration on Hex. Sorry, sir.
That's unfortunate.
Yep. And now it's Bull's turn.
Awesome. Hopefully I can. Okay, 5, 30. And I can't see shit.
Sorry. The swarm still can't do anything. Hudson, it is your turn.
Sweet. So I'm just gonna come around the corner. Just gonna go right up here. We're gonna smack that guy.
All right, do it. A 12 hits.
Five damage. I'm doing good things now.
All right. Then, is that your turn?
Yeah.
Amnar, it is your turn, sir.
Okay then. Mm, mm. From here, can I shoot at the rats in the pit, or is that
Yeah,
not a good
yeah,
idea?
you have hide on them. So
Okay.
we'll say you can shoot down into the pit if you want to try and kill the swarm of rats. An 8 will not hit it, unfortunately, though. They're all just scurrying around in there, zipping and zigging and zagging in and out of the around, and you fire down in there, and you just can't seem to hit one.
Yep. Mm, was worth a shot. Okay. Oh, there we go.
And that is, if that's his turn, Knock, it is now your turn.
All right. Well, I definitely don't want to advance without everyone else. Oops. 1, 2. The only one is way up there. Whale. 3. Is that the edge of an enemy?
That is the edge of Hudson.
Oh, so I probably shouldn't shoot him.
Yeah, that would be no good, probably.
These rats are like monstrous, right? The swarm in the bottom.
Yeah, yeah, they seem pretty feral.
I'm just gonna go ahead and try and get rid of them because they're not just like animals; they're like messed up mutant things, right?
I mean, the idea is that they are in fact rats, but they have been living in the mist so long that they have begun to mutate some. They are monstrous looking, um, and they have been in a pit and seem very hungry to would eat probably anything that goes down there. But as far as you can tell, could they come out and turn into pets? Maybe. I don't know.
No, no interest in that. I'm shooting them.
Yep,
There you go.
yep. That you'll hit.
You don't shoot them, you execute them.
Yeah, they're hurt pretty bad now. That's 13 damage.
Yep. I just feel like there are more ratlings here somewhere, and I don't like leaving something behind us. So,
Right.
all right.
In fairness, they are in a pit that they can't get out of, but be as cruel as you like, I guess.
You're not going to guilt me on killing the. You literally showed us the card, and you were like, "Yeah, I wanted to make sure they were extra mutated."
Yeah, well, I mean, they're not just regular rats.
Some of them have visible bone coming out.
Right.
Yeah, I think the art I found, because I just Googled it, I didn't do Mid Journey or anything. I think they're supposed to be zombie rats, but
Right. But
that's
still.
neither here nor there.
Well, I'm going to kill him until a better target presents itself.
There you go.
Is that your whole turn? Cool. Finch, it is your turn.
I'm assuming that this tunnel is too tight to like squeeze past the gutter snipe to get like advantage that way. Can I be awesome though and try and wall jump, wall ride to get behind him?
Um, I'll tell you what. It is a small creature, so it is taking up less space. You can attack it regularly from where you are, but if you would like to try and get around it and be awesome by wall running or whatever, I will allow you to make an athletics check. And if you pass, we'll call it a DC 12. If you pass, uh, you'll get over there and you can have advantage. If you fail, it will get an attack of opportunity on you. even though you didn't leave its range, because you're trying to squeeze past it.
I feel like I have to now.
Okay, I wanted to give you the option.
Just for the flavor.
Yeah,
Athletics.
yeah. And for the record, if you guys want to flavor stuff like that, if it's possible, I will try to do similar things for everyone. Because it's cool.
Right.
But yeah, sometimes it won't be possible. But since this is a small creature, we'll let it slide. Yeah, roll in athletics, DC 12. 9.
Wow.
It gets to attack you, and you do not succeed in getting over there.
Oh, but I'm gonna use my noble confidence on it and
So
add a D4.
you have to roll a 4, right?
Or a 3, right? Because you said a 12.
Oh yeah, yeah. Okay, I'm bad at
So a
math.
3 or a 4.
Yeah,
Come on.
you do it. You get over there, and you have flanking for advantage.
Woohoo.
And an 18 will hit. But it is still alive.
All right, then I will bonus action attack it.
All right. A 16 will hit. And that is enough to kill it. This is the last one. So how do you want to finish this fight?
Oh, it's just this epic move of me like jumping over this dude to get to this other side, like wall riding, running on the wall, like Matrix style, and then stabbing it and flipping my spear around and just one last hit to the jaw.
And as you do that, you strike down, and you see in the eyes of this rat fear before it completely gets obliterated. And with that, combat will end.
Wait, is the swarm of rats still alive?
It can't get out, and it literally has 1 HP left. So unless one of you wants to jump into the pit, we'll just say you can easily finish it off from from shooting down into it.
Okay.
So, yeah, how was that for your adventure into the Rat's Nest Tavern?
Right.
Yeah. Um, so
Oh,
I
we still gotta
saw,
save
yeah,
a lady.
Yeah. So what I will allow you guys to do is if you all want to regroup here in the center, where the pit was,
Next to the
uh,
throne.
you can uh, have one person make a perception check with advantage, because I assume someone will be helping him.
Who has the highest perception?
Who's going
And
first?
I'll say this: it's not a sight based thing. You're listening and potentially smelling. So if anyone has any bonus, I don't know if anyone has any bonuses on hearing perception or anything, but that's what you're looking for. You're not looking for sight. You're going to be doing other forms of perceiving.
so for searching the ruins, I have +6.
Is that for investigation and perception?
Yes.
Okay. Um, Again, I don't know if this is so much of a search though, as I'm just and I'm if you think that this still works, I'm cool with it. But I'm trying to help you to determine which direction has more enemies. you're listening for potential bad guys. I don't know if that counts for searching the ruins or not. Maybe it does. I don't know.
Alternative question then: does anyone have higher than 4?
No, mine's real bad.
4.
All right, moot point anyway. You said with advantage.
Hold on. What's this you put in chat, Amnar?
Oh, never mind. It doesn't. I don't think it does real good with. Yes, it doesn't do location or anything. It just lets me know if anything's within a mile of me, so it wouldn't help anyways.
Oh yeah. So there are lots of most of these things within a mile of you.
Yeah. So yeah, I don't think that'd be useful.
And
Yeah, Colby.
Hudson, can you give me guidance?
Oh, absolutely. I was just waiting for a moment.
Right.
15.
So 15. Um, so with a 15, you can't tell how many of anything is in any direction, but you do hear more noise coming from the south than you do from the north. At least indicating, at the very least, that to the south you would likely hit enemies sooner, if they are enemies. In fact, you are looking for a captured girl, and if they've captured one girl, maybe they've captured more people. Who knows?
Did I see
Um,
delirium glow down there as well?
you do.
Well,
When you were down there, you probably did.
When I was attacking
Well,
that one
don't
up
tell
in the
me
north,
twice.
I did see a little bit of purple glow up there too.
to the north.
Yeah.
Um, we could go clear the north first, and then
So let me once again be clear, because I feel that I'm not always clear. I'm not saying that there are more or less enemies to the north. I am saying that enemies to the south are closer.
okay.
Um, you can't really hear much of anything to the north, so there's probably open or a longer passage. Whereas to the south, they might be closer.
Which are the side branches with treasure chests that we need to go down before we go the main way?
We do auto quest. Where does it start to take us?
Yeah,
Um,
where's the glowing line? We need to go the opposite direction.
Yeah, we
so
got to save the chick first.
so ultimately, this whole thing could be, depending on the paths you take, could be a gigantic circle. Um, this is metagamey, but I don't want you to feel like you'll miss out on something if you go one way rather than the other. The whole thing is kind of a giant circle. Um, where things are within this circle, um, I can't say. That would be, but if you go one direction, you will eventually loop around.
All right. Well, let's just go. Let's just go ahead and go south then. Do we want to sort of form up again?
Well, before we move forward, I know that is everybody good with going south?
I'm fine with it.
Works
I
for
have no
me.
preference.
Okay. It has been a minute, so we're going to say that Bull loses rage.
Yep, yep.
Fresh, I lost rage when I moved and did not hit anything either. So
Thank you, Ink.
Oh yeah, good call. I forgot about that. Um, well, did you attack the things in the pit? I don't know. Doesn't matter.
no, I did not.
Anyway, we'll say he loses rage. So then you guys can form up. Um, and as you go through the passages, uh, there might be points where you can stand side by side, but it is mostly single file. And Bull, if you do rage, you are going to be very hunched over. Um, you cannot fit through these tunnels when you're enlarged.
Hey guys, just so you know, I was reading at my stat sheet. I have danger sense as well, so I should have rolled an advantage on the trap save, and I forgot about that.
So he doesn't have to grow. If there isn't
Yeah.
enough room for you
Yeah.
to increase your size doesn't change.
Okay.
Right.
Although interestingly, that it sounds like he still gets reach.
Weird.
Yeah.
Anyway,
but I like it.
yeah, if you guys want to form up, but then we are going to call it for the night because it is 10 o'clock for me, and I don't want to do another encounter because it'll take another hour.
And we need time to level up, right?
No. I know I was giving you guys a level per encounter before, but I told you it would not be happening that quickly anymore.
Only one more for Echo. One more. I don't have cunning action or Echo. All I can do is attack once per turn.
We'll get 2 levels when we turn in the rattling quest.
No,
It's
that
kind of like
won't.
turning in 2 quests because it's saving the chick. Oh, it's
Right.
turning in 3 quests because it's saving the chick and the rats, and we'll get some delirium. So
Yeah.
level up.
I also have this bag of crush bone belts.
A bag of what?
Crush bone belts?
Oh,
You currently have that?
Yes.
What is that?
No, it's an old EverQuest reference.
oh,
You would grind these like ogres, and then you would go turn their belts in for experience, and it was like how everyone leveled up from like level 5 to level 25 or something.
Gotcha.
Sorry, 1 through 15. I stand corrected.
But yeah, so you met some ratlings and promptly disbanded them.
Did they have anything worth grabbing?
The gutter snipes had short swords, so there'd be 2 short swords if you want them.
Yeah, I'm going to add that to my notes. Rattling loot. 3 Delurm shards. 3. No, how many short swords? 2?
Yeah, 2. There were only 2 gutter snipes. And then there were some rudimentary slings on the rest of them, but they were just like strips of leather.
That doesn't
Really?
sound. Does not sound sellable.
No, I wouldn't think so.
I'm disappointed none of the rats had 4 turtles as minions to
Tortles.
command.
Tortles.
Yeah. with distinct colors for their headbands.
Well, it's funny you should mention that because you haven't been to the sewers yet.
Bum, bum, bum.
Oh yeah, that movie's on Amazon. I am for sure watching that this weekend.
Wait, which one?
The new one, Mutant Mayhem.
Oh, okay.
Although
Wait, is
also,
it?
the comics, the new run of comics is on Kindle Unlimited, and they're amazing.
Oh, really?
You just pay like a monthly, like a $10 monthly subscription, and there's like 16 volumes, 17 volumes of Ninja Turtles to read. It's fantastic.
Anyway, any questions or comments about the session tonight?
Nope. But if anyone's watching, while we are not sponsored by Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem, we are not opposed to the idea. So your people get in touch with our people.
Right.
We'll make it happen.
We can work something out.
And on that note, bye, Internet.